All right, here we go. Xbox Live game development. Jon?
So growing up, I had 3 dream jobs. Be an astronaut, a race car driver, or a video game developer. I kind of failed at the first 2, but the third one I'm trying to make amends with. And so my day job, I get to do serious games research, and my night job, I get to be an independent game developer. And right now, this is one of the best times to get into it. There's a wide variety of tools available to take a game idea and be able to put it together and get it into a playable state. The internet has also made it possible such that you can distribute to a wider audience. As well, you have all sorts of platforms available, with the new mobile platforms being the up-and-coming thing. And one of my favorite tools to use is the XNA framework. And what it is, it gives you the ability to put in your code and assets, and then you can make a game for the PC as well as run it on an Xbox 360 or a Windows Phone if you end up having one. And so in January, my friend and I, we used XNA to create a game at the Global Game Jam called Quarry. And so this is a collection game that you run around and get all these ores, and it's a lot of fun. And so our buddies ended up playing and thought, this would be great if you went ahead and released it. And so one of the great things about XNA is that you can easily push it into what's called the XNA, or the Xbox Live Indie Games Network. And so this is available on your 360 if you go and browse through it. And it's kind of like the App Store for the 360, where you have all these games available to play. And so if you want to get involved with this, to get started, you need an Xbox, and you need to get connected to it. As well, you need to purchase what's called a Creators Club license, and so that's $99. The software to develop all this stuff is free, and then you need to build it on a PC or a Mac. And so once you have everything set up, you can then log into the Creators Club website. And so the Creators Club website provides all the information you need to get started with this. And one of the big things you need to learn ahead of time is what not to do with these games. And that's what they refer to as the evil checklist. And so in the evil checklist, it gives you various things that you have to control, such as content, making sure it's safe for all audiences, but also kind of weird things like memory management and controller configurations and things of that nature. And so once you've completed this evil checklist, you then have to figure out how to divide the game between a trial mode, because all games must provide a trial mode on the indie game site. As well, you have to figure out some type of pricing system, because you cannot release a game for free on the 360. And then as well, once you figure that out, you then have to consider that your hardware, your PC, does not equal what's on the 360. And so the 360 is designed specifically for handling these single applications running in these parallel algorithms, and your PC is designed to do mail and all this other stuff. And so you have to compress it and get it set up just right. Once you finally got your game set up, you then have to go through the game review. And so this is actually a peer review system where you have other developers looking at your game and playing it and making sure it adheres to this checklist. And so, but in order to get people to look at it, you also have to have a certain amount of XP that they give to you in this forum. And so you gain XP by doing things like playtesting games, reviewing games, making posts. And so once you've finally gone through all of this work, you finally get your game up on the website. And so once it's on the website, then or on the 360, you can then track to see how your game is doing on their sales. And so, taking what we have for Quarry right now, you can divide it between the trial downloads as well as the free downloads. And so you can see we had lots of trial downloads, and very few people actually wanted to pay for it. As well, there's only Microsoft takes a 30% cut of everything that you put up there, and then they will only pay out if you make up to $150. So right now I'm standing at a grand total of 0. Yes. So going through all this work, is it actually worth it to actually go through this process and put a game on a 360? And I'm here to tell you that yes, it is. And here's some of the reasons why. One, it's a developing market. You have all these folks out there who are developing for the Android and the iPhone, which is great, but it's becoming saturated. In this market, there's only a few games, and they're designed and this market is designed specifically for games. And so the next point for the 360 is that it helps fight piracy. And so, due to the controls for it, you're able to be able to charge for it and be able to get compensated for the games that you put together, which is great for indie developers because they are broke. So, and then the third point I want to make too is that it's easy worldwide distribution. There would have been a chart there that shows where all the game's been downloaded at, but the interesting thing is that once you put it out there, it's open to a wide audience that can easily find this thing. So half my downloads actually come from overseas and not in the US, which is really weird. And the fourth thing is that there's a strong community to it. It's not just the developers who are doing it, but also there's a wide variety of websites who actually go out there, review these games that are coming through, and give you feedback on what you're doing. And so this will help generate new and better independent games. And so I'm encouraging all of you who are interested in game development to look at the 360 for a development platform. And if you have the time and money, go out and download some porn, please. Thank you very much.